Hey gamers, welcome back to Banished Souls Cryptic Gaming here. So wanted to piece together some of the stuff. There seems to be a lot of confusion amongst the gaming community, what to expect the rest of Season 1 going into Season 2. So we're going to look at what they mentioned in the past on the deck, just kind of see if we can piece this together for you. So the first question that they did ask on the deck was, are we going to be seeing larger ships come into the game? Here's what they had to say.
This game will take us. So we hear you. You see AI ships, they are large ships as well. And in due time, we're not so sure when, we're not so sure how, but we want to make sure that, we really live up to this pirate fantasy. It's a live service game, we've got some time. We can take our time to get to it and, really, make sure that players have the opportunity to play those large ships as well.
I think one of the considerations when adding large ships, obviously, you see your ships are categorized as extra small, small, and medium. So, take a guess. But some of the other considerations that we have to take into account as well is when you sail into the rivers, just how to make sure that the navigation within those smaller areas is good as well. So, it's in the works. It might be coming at some point in time, but we're just trying to iron out everything else.
So when you say in the works, if I want to push you a little bit, get a bit more information, can you say whether we have some of them that are already modeled and that are already functional, or is it more like we're still at a drawing board where we kind of know which ships we want to implement, but we still have to kind of design them and make them work in the game? Or which stage are we at, basically?
I think there are already ships that are modeled, but how we are going to make it a good experience for players is something that we are still looking into.
Cool. So it's definitely something we want to do in the future. I think what I can add to this is that the top priority, and the top priority that for us that has been there for quite a while now, but more especially since launch, is really on addressing the most urgent feedback, I want to say. So obviously fixing bugs, fixing all the issues that people have been able to find out since the launch that we couldn't really see before launch. Unrelated, so two questions that are unrelated. One that I just saw in the chat just now. Somebody's asking if we have plans to increase the ship level limit at some point.
Oh, this is a good question. Keep your eyes open. Things are happening pretty quickly. Can't really say that much about what we are planning to do just yet. But keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled on our social media and on our patch notes. We have some fun things coming along the way. Oh boy.
When is Season 1 again?
Well,
Keep asking, I think.
Close to finding that crocodile.
no, I think so. I think you see, we have this markers here, which kind of show where you can get your items from for
A lot of HPs, and I think he even summons other crocodiles to help him in the fight.
Oh, I did not see that, yeah.
Hopefully he's around.
I see. So we'll just stay around here and try and hunt the right crocodile.
Yes.
If all else fails, I think we'll go to this area here.
You wait for either the crocodile to spawn or for you to find it. I have another difficult question for you.
Ask
Tricky
away.
question. It's not a difficult question, it's an exciting question, but the answer might be tricky. So a recurring question from the community, and I assume it's partially our fault because of the way we designed the map in the game, and people are wondering, do we have plans in the future to make the map any?
So true to style, you get kind of an answer, but it's a tight-lipped answer. But it sounds like they will be coming at some point. Like I say, most of us are guessing probably around Season 3. Maybe we'll see a larger medium hull coming out in Season 2. We'll have to wait and see. Then, of course, they asked the question, are we going to be seeing larger maps in additions to this map? So let's see what they have to say.
Well, that's a fantastic question. All of us wants the Indian Ocean to be bigger.
I mean, technically, the game right now is based in the Indian Ocean, but it's not the full Indian Ocean, right?
You're right. Yeah, we hear you. We're looking at ways to make the Indian Ocean bigger. We're looking for, new ways to discover. There's so much in the Indian Ocean, right? There's, there's the India region. There is, it is called the Indian Ocean, and then there's the Arabia region. We don't know yet. we want to explore it with you guys over the course of this live service game. We want to make sure there's tons and tons of things to explore, and tons and tons of cultures and things to unpack as well.
Yeah, there's this like huge area up north. I wonder what it could be.
So again, we get a basic question for the answer. I do think that it's looking like Season 4 to me, just based off some of the cards they've released, having to do with some of the hints that they dropped about the mists and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see what that brings out. So of course, we want to know what's going to happen with weapons. Are we going to see better customizations? We'll see some crafting and things come. So they did drop this little hint for us.
And one which I can share is that we've tried to make weapon customization a bit more accessible to everyone. Asna throwers. Yeah.
So of course, we're all wondering, are they going to bring in guilds or clans or fleets into the game so we can have all of our friends in the same group and get some kind of a boost from that? Is that something that they're thinking about or seeing a possibility for? And here's the answer that they gave us.
In the future.
Well, so like I think what players can already see is that like in dens there's this like area that is a bit empty at the moment. But more about clans is like how I think the considerations are like, okay, if we do introduce clans, we also want to look at how they can contribute towards the gameplay of the game. Players need to be motivated with participating in clan activities, in like social activities in general, right? So it's a consideration.
The long-term plan, you really do want to make sure that clans or co-op progression becomes a very core and central part of the pirate identity or the plans that we have for Skull and Bones. So you can look forward to that. We can't review too much at this point.
Yeah, so I'm going to encourage each of you to continue playing coming into the upcoming seasons. It looks like they have some ideas for some new fleet management, and then we're going to see some major expansions coming into seasons 3 and 4. We're going to see new ships, new weapons, new armors, new furniture, things like that. From what it sounded like as to what order that's going to be released into, still not really sure. Sounds like we're going to have a way to upgrade fleets, or ships rather, to bring those levels up as well, and also fully customize some weapons, which is going to be great. I know it's something we've all been kind of waiting for and looking for in this game. I felt like it was important to address some of this stuff and bring you straight from the devs over there at Ubisoft for Skull and Bones what to look forward to. So there seems to be some confusion at the end of the season. What does top 8 diamond mean? Well, top 8 diamond, from what they're saying in Ubisoft, is that it means you're within the top 8% of the player base that has reached the diamond rank, which is going to be some kind of a cosmetic thing on there as well. It doesn't sound like we're losing 8s or sovereigns. They've mentioned that in some of the decks. Make sure you go over there to Ubisoft, look at Skull and Bone Games within their YouTube content, and you want to bring up the deck. They have a couple of episodes there for you to look at that so far.